to be fixed. And I don't give a damn if I get fined because that shit cheap. And I am tired of the shit. Because I've been nice and I've been humble with it, but I am tired of the shit.
Back a little bit. You can't want to be the villain. You can't pride yourself in being the villain, and then you lose, and all of a sudden you succumb to those emotions.
What happens when unstoppable talent collides with an uncontrollable temper and then gets completely wrecked by the loudest voice in sports media? You get Angel Reese's darkest moment yet, and Stephen A. Smith dropping the most devastating reality check the WNBA has ever seen.
It's not about black and white. It's about that white player and that black player. Why? Because of the history that they had before they came to the WNBA.
Buckle up, because this next chapter of WNBA drama is a full-blown roller coaster, and it's got everything. On-court explosions, tweeter T.S. and a takedown so savage it shook the league. Let's set the stage. The Chicago Sky aren't just struggling, they're sinking. With a brutal 5-13 record, they're the second worst team in the WNBA, and Angel Reese, while fans praise her monster numbers, she's watching her team get torched game after game. But here's the twist. Instead of lifting her squad, Reese has been laser-focused on stats and individual glory. All while the Sky spiral out of control. 7 losses in 10 games isn't a slump, it's a meltdown. And that pressure, it's been boiling over. But instead of stepping up as a leader, Reese turned into a ticking time bomb, and everyone saw it coming. And then, it exploded. It all went down in Washington. A tight game, tied at 77. This was the moment stars are supposed to shine, but what we got was pure chaos. Shakira Austin bricks 2 free throws. Chicago has a golden chance, but Austin grabs her own board and scores. Boom, 79-77. The crowd explodes. Reese looks shaken. Then she draws a foul, nails to clutch free throws. Redemption? Not quite. That's when everything unraveled. Another foul call hits Chicago. They challenge it. As players head to the bench, VP of basketball operations Ann Crosby steps in with a clipboard. A professional player would listen. But Angel Reese, she snaps. She violently slaps the clipboard out of Crosby's hands in front of everyone. An all-time tantrum caught on live TV. But hold on, it gets worse. Instead of apologizing or owning the moment, Angel Reese doubled down. She took to Twitter and dropped one of the most tone-deaf tweets in WNBA history. Those asterisk were pissing me off. Shout out to Ann because she know it was the heat of the moment and she didn't let me apologize because she knew. Not happening again though. Let's break that down. First, she's still cursing. Second, she's painting in Crosby, the one she disrespected, as somehow being complicit. And third, she's laughing it off with emojis. That's not an apology. That's not accountability. That's PR suicide. Instead of quietly learning from the moment, she turned it into a public display of immaturity. And this wasn't just one bad night. No, this was a pattern. Just 2 days before the clipboard incident, Reese was torching WNBA refs in a postgame, a press conference that spiraled into a profanity-laced rant. It wasn't basketball talk, it was therapy. Then came the moment. The moment Stephen A. Smith decided enough was enough. Before we dive into the absolute obliteration that Stephen A. delivered, do me a huge favor. SMASH, that like button. We're about to witness one of the most brutal takedowns in sports media history, and trust me, you won't want to miss it. Subscribe and turn on notifications because this isn't the last we've heard of Angel Reese's chaos. Now let's get into it, because Stephen A. did not hold back. Stephen A. took the mic and torched everything in sight. He didn't just criticize Reese, he annihilated her. He tore apart her arguments, her mindset, and everything about how she carries herself as a pro. His message, crystal clear: stay in your lane. But how he said it, nuclear. Stephen A. called out not just Reese, but an entire culture of bitterness and ego. He said Reese had turned the sidelines into her own reality show, America's Next Jealous Teammate, and the real dagger. He brought up Caitlin Clark. While Reese was throwing fits and breaking clipboards, Caitlin Clark was rewriting WNBA history. Stephen A. came armed with numbers. Caitlin Clark isn't just a baller, he said. She's a walking brand, a highlight machine, a once-in-a-generation star. And he's right. Clark didn't just elevate her game, she elevated the league. When she plays, the WNBA averages 1.178 million viewers. Without her, just 394,000. That's not a dip, that's a free fall. Stephen A. made it clear. Clark is the engine driving this league. While players like Reese are trying to rip the wheels off, and while Clark is getting hacked and body slammed every night with refs letting it slide, players like Reese are more focused on making statements than winning games, and the league, it's paying the price. The second Clark got injured and sat out, ticket sales dipped, TV ratings tanked, merch stopped flying off the shelves, the bridge between college and WNBA fandom temporarily shut down. Stephen A. didn't just say, "I told you so," he shouted it. And here's the truth Reese fans don't want to hear. This isn't just about one viral outburst, it's about character. As a pro athlete, you represent more than just yourself. You represent your team, your league. Your legacy. Stephen A. didn't just flame Reese, he exposed the ugly foundation her entire career is built on. While Caitlin Clark is building bridges, Angel Reese is out here burning them to the ground. And the worst part, she still plays the victim. She blames the refs, she blames the media, she blames everyone but herself. Stephen A. said it best, get on board or get left behind. The Caitlin Clark train is leaving, with or without you. And Angel Reese, she's not even in the station, she's still on the platform, yelling at the conductor while the league moves on. That clipboard moment, it wasn't just a meltdown, it was a symbol of a player who'd rather destroy than lead. And until Angel Reese learns how to lead, control her emotions, and focus on winning, she'll keep making headlines for all the wrong reasons. Now, I want to hear from you. Was Stephen A. Smith right to go nuclear on Angel Reese, or did he go too far? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you're loving these unfiltered deep dives, smash that like button, subscribe, hit the bell, and stay locked in because this WNBA drama, it's far from over.